Hey everyone, today we have something quite exciting to install, and that is sat on the roof just now. This is our 200 watt flexible solar panel. So this is going to go straight onto the roof and we're going to bond it, stick it through, and it's perfect, the addition for pop tops. Solar panels on a pop top can make a massive difference, giving you energy wherever you go. You can have this hooked up to your water tanks, your lighting, any of your appliances that you use. And they're great for winter as well if your fan's outside and you just want to have a trickle charge for your battery. What makes these solar panels particularly cool is that the mounting point on the back is actually recessed within the panel itself. So we cut a hole effectively in the top of the roof for this hole to go through, and then we have a smaller hole that goes through our panel on the pop top, and this then runs down to our charge controller and then battery. On the other side you can see it's got a standard solar surface. It actually looks quite cool, this one, and that is coated with a durable and anti-reflective ETFE coating. It's manufactured to a really high standard and we're very, very impressed with this product. They're really reliable and they aren't affected by the heat when the roof heats up very much at all either. Choosing the location for the install is super important, and as you'll see here we have a run going down at the back, and that run is effectively too short for us to put that drop through. So we'll have to move the solar panel the other side of this netting. If you have a look in here, that netting follows just up here, and then we have this board that runs all the way down to the front of the van, and this has a really nice felt lining in it. So we're going to be really careful when we drill this through because we want to keep that felt in as good a condition as possible. But yeah, we'll be drilling gently through that, not with the full hole saw, but just with the end of the drill bit. Obviously, working at height on the top of the camper van can be a potential hazard, so make sure that when you need tools, you just get up nice and slowly, get up and down nice and slowly, and don't put yourself under any undue risk. For the install, you can see here we've got the actual piece that's going to go in. In my pocket here, not leaving it on the roof so I don't risk scratching anything, I also have the hole saw bit, or the hole saw size, that we're going to use. So if I slide this over here, I can see that that's the exact size of this. So that's how our sort of grommet's going to go in. Then I also have a drill, so with a smaller drill bit for a pilot hole, and I have a marker and a tape measure. These are to make sure that I get everything in the perfectly correct spot. First up, for the marking. I know that from this top ridge, 7 centimeters back is where the curtain basically comes down. So I'm going to go another 7 centimeters past that for where I want the wire to come down. All right, so that's going to be 14 centimeters in total. So I'm just going to roughly net for now. Don't be afraid to use a Sharpie because you can rub it off nice and easy. But I'm going to mark 14 centimeters there. Then I'm going to run the tape measure across here. Make sure I'm even on both sides. And my total width is 115. So the middle mark is going to be 57.5. So we now know that that is going to be our cut point. For this next step, I will actually lift up the pop top, because the last thing we want is for any of the curtain to be trapped under this. Quick tip on the old health and safety side. The wires for the solar panel come exposed, and while we are inside and the sun has already set, we don't want to risk that there's going to be a current going through and the voltage going through the solar panel, and then we are obviously going to touch that, or we're going to risk short circuiting it. So we just put some electrical tape round. I mean, while we're inside, the voltage is going to be low. If you are outside, then obviously take more precautions, because the sun will be making that solar panel live, so you don't want these two touching each other or anything else really. And as you'll see here, that hole there is our hole that's just come through. So we'll be able to make that hole a little bigger, so then the cable can come through, and then we'll drill it out. Okay, so we're just going to start drilling here. The last piece that we've got to do is, now that we've got this cable and this run through underneath, we're just going to put a little rubber grommet on here and slide it all the way up to cover up any just bits of frayed material here. Doesn't look very good, I need a bigger one. And that is us done. We have another rubber grommet here, and we've left the inside cap bit on because that is 12mm and this hole is 12mm. So we'll slide this all the way up to the top of this cable, because we are effectively going to put this through and then carpet round it, but this grommet will actually be slid down on top of the carpet to give a nice clean finish as well, and we have one of the bigger ones on as well. So we'll take the cable, thread it through our hole, and then just using fingers we'll try to prise it round, so as we thread it through, get it to lap over onto the right bit. This bit will take you a little bit of time, but it definitely goes eventually. We always get it through eventually. That is threaded through nicely, and then we can run this down the back here and over to this panel, which will then go into our electrics. And that's a really nice, neat installation. We'll pull this taut and then the carpet will just slot around that nice and easy. Last bit of the install, I'm just going to show you, now that we've got the rubber grommets in place and the wire is all fixed in, I'm just going to lower the roof so you can see what actually happens to this wire. So you can see it tucks down nice and out of the way, and as it goes back up, just easily takes itself up. And that's us done. So really hope you enjoyed the installation of the solar panel. Please, if you want to see more videos like this and more insights into how we do things, or you have any questions about this video, then drop us a comment. We'd be really keen to get back to you, and like and subscribe if you want to get more content.